want to see how I achieve this look, making my own personal prosthetic, then please keep watching. And if you want to see more content and more videos like this, special effects and beauty related, then make sure that you hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so that you are notified every time I upload a video. And as always, if I haven't already said this before, thanks so much for watching. Let's get right into the tutorial. So basically what I made was a molding from clay. And the clay that I used, I got it from Michael's. It's a clay, it's oil based, so it's not going to dry out. And I took that over my face cast, which is a cast of my exact face, and I shaped this into the Grinch as best as I could using a reference picture. For all of the details, the lines and everything in the face, I just used the sculpting tools, and I'll be using the latex stippling method to create the actual mask that we'll be putting over the face. So I use sponges of different sizes, small ones to get into the cracks, to get into the areas that you really want the details to pop. And then for the larger area of the face, I go over with a bigger sponge, and I'm literally just tapping that in each layer. After I'm done stippling it, I blow dry. My blow dryer is on cool, and then I powder the entire thing down. And I find a loose edge, lift that edge up, and apply loose powder. I'm actually using a talc-free baby powder. Here I'm just tracing the outline of the mask around my face of where it wants to go. Unfortunately, what I did wrong was I did not take my prosthetic all the way down to the side of my face, but we're going to paint over that. And what I'm using right now, I'm just using a Pros-Aid, which Pros-Aid is an adhesive, kind of like spirit gum. And I start at the bottom of my face. And then I move to the top. You want to avoid your hairline and your eyebrows as best as possible, or use some type of Vaseline, something of some type of like release agent. And I'm stretching it out a little more over my face. What I could have done was probably stretched out the sides, but I didn't want to risk ripping the latex, even though I used about 10 layers. I used 10 layers. Here I'm just pushing extra cotton into the nose part of the mask because I felt like it needed more volume. And it was hard for me to do that while it was on the face cast. I used a mixture of the greens, the bennyemakeup professional water activated paints. I think one is emerald green and one is like forest green. But I'm just painting the prosthetic, and then I bring that into my neck. So I originally had decided that I was going to wear a dress, but I changed it up at the last minute and put on a red jacket, which you'll see me change into. And we're just adding the details, painting on the nose. Okay.
Jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, 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 bells. Piano in the bell, 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 bell. Jingle bell, bell, bell.
That makes everything a little better, shall we? We're gonna give her a look. I'm booked. So after I started applying this this glitter and my eyes were complete, I went in with a yellow activated paint, and then after the paint was dry, I went in with a yellow eyeshadow. This really created dimension.
Oh, she got highlight. Oh.
And with the lashes, I actually put on more than one pair of lashes. There are 3 pairs of lashes stacked.
We got our lashes on. Oh, oh, it's a look. 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 It's.
And this is what really started to bring it all together. I'm going in with a very, very small detailed brush, and I'm just using black eyeshadow. And I'm putting that into all of the crevices, all of the little detail marks that I made inside of the mask that you can't really see on camera unless you're super, super close up. But this is what really brought it together. My daughter came downstairs and she was giving me her stamp of approval. After I had the black laid down to soften the lines a little bit and to give it more shadow and a little more dimension, I went in with another green shadow, like the same green shadow that I'd been using that was basically the same color as the mask, and I just blended that out so that it was not as harsh but still very prominent, especially around the nose and the forehead area. Then I went in with that dose of colors on the lips. And then this is where you figure, I had to figure out, like, what am I doing with my hair? I knew that I was going to use this braiding hair, but I had no idea how I was going to get it to work since I have braids. So I literally tied it around one of my braids, showing you the hair that I was using. My hat was too big, and my hat was too small since I had the braids and the hair. So I cut the hat, placed that bad boy on, and boom.
More hair. I just took the other bundle and I wrapped it around the back of my neck. See? So this is like 2 separate pieces. So ultimately, when these are laying together like this, it looks like it's 2. Like, it's like I got bundles. Like, I got bundles out here, and I really don't. And I'm here to steal not only your presence, but your man. I mean, all circumstances, only if he got money. Into the tweezer to kind of like lift that, because I don't want that in my eyelash, but I also need this to lay down a lot flatter. And if you really want to be good and on Santa's list, you'll share it, because sharing is caring, and I don't know anything about